could watch you this Thursday morning. Rob?
All right, thanks a lot, Bob. All of us at times have found ourselves talking to an animal and expecting a response. Animal intelligence is something that's been hotly debated for decades and something science has yet to fully understand. So just how smart are these animals we share our world with? Sometimes they can seem pretty darn clever. Meet Ike. 2-year-old filly that's more than just a one-trick pony.
Bang!
Since she was just 3 months old, Ice's owner and trainer has spent about 1 hour a day teaching her everything from how to say yes or no to the latest dance steps.
Yeah, I started, like I said, 3 months, and then I started to shake her head yes and get her to do that. And the third day, she was doing it on her own. At an hour a day. I worked with her an hour a day, and the third day, she was doing it all by herself. But it was hard to get her to quit saying it, because that was the hard part, because she wanted to say it every time she seen me.
Now, Blasier says while repetition is important, so is the animal's intelligence. Some are just smarter than others.
They're just like people. I feel like they're just like people. That each one you teach is different. It's kind of their own way of doing things, and kind of reach them how they think, how they work. She's just quick about it.
OSU equine specialist Don Poplet says horses are smart, but just not in the same way humans may think they are.
We know that horses have a high degree of learning compared to some other animals. And we know that they can respond to very, very imperceptible cues, and that we can get a response from those cues and then reinforce that response. And that learning takes effect quite nicely. But in terms of just intelligence compared to other animals, they really don't have the ability to solve problems like cats do.
So in actuality, a well-trained horse like Ike may be more of a reflection of her trainer's patience than of her own intelligence.
Well, training or learning occurs when you give a cue, you get a response, and you reinforce it. For training to be the most effective, the trainer has to be very consistent, insistent, and of course spend a lot of time on it. And when you see a very highly trained horse, what it tells you is that the trainer has developed the ability to be very consistent with what they do, and also to spend a lot of time. And we also know that horses that are trained from a very early actually learn faster than horses that are not trained until later in their life. And so early experiences have a big effect on their learning ability.
But why spoil a good thing? Well, let's not tell Ike that. Now, Ike started to get some real attention in addition to local coverage. Her owner has been contacted by both the Tonight Show and one of the syndicated news shows about a possible appearance. Now, this isn't the first time the talented animal has gotten some notoriety. It was at the turn of the century that a horse from Belgium became the toast of European society. Named Clever Hans by his owner, the horse apparently was able to add, subtract, multiply, and divide by tapping out his answers with a front paw. Experts from all over Europe came to study this horse that seemingly could understand commands and then solve mathematical problems. While many were suspicious, no one could detect why this horse could do what others couldn't until a German psychologist by the name of Oscar Funk did an in-depth study. What the psychologist found was that Hans was indeed a very clever horse, but just not in the way most people thought. Rather than just study the horse, Funk studied the owner. And what was happening is that the horse was receiving unintentional cues from the owner that allowed him to start and stop tapping at just the right number. Funk found that the bond between Hans and his owner was so strong that the horse could actually detect the slightest facial expressions that went unnoticed by everyone else. And when the horse would reach a correct number and stop, it was actually responding to almost undetectable movements like a slight change in expression on his owner's face. Well, with that history lesson, we'll leave you this morning. For all the good folks with the Oklahoma Cooperative City Service, I'm Rob. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next